Hey guys, I want to clear up something that a big mistake I see people make when it comes to targeting. And it's like depending on the channel that you're using, you're probably using a certain type of targeting. So if the channel that you're using is let's say search, then your target you don't really care about demographics. You just care about what are the search terms those people are using. However, if you're buying Facebook ads, you do care about demographics. And if you are, buying YouTube ads, then you care about, what they're trying to learn or what kind of videos they're trying to watch. So depending on what channel you're using, you probably, figure out your targeting and that fits that channel. But if you work at a business that buys billboards, that buys television commercials, that buys magazine ads, that buys YouTube ads, that buys Facebook ads, that does organic content to attract SEO traffic. If you're in a space like that, then you don't want to create, targeting profiles for every single channel. And a targeting profile that works great with one channel probably doesn't work well with another. So I have a framework that I use that works across all different channels. And I can get everyone in the business together in a room, figure out what the targeting parameters are, and then I can hand off that one document to multiple people who help us with our SEO or our PR or whatever. They can all kind of work off of one single document of truth and not be confused about like how does this work with the rest of the marketing. So here's my framework. I call it the ideal customer triangle. And there are three things you need to understand in the ideal customer triangle. And that's tribes, triggers, and truths. So tribes are kind of buying groups. They're like customers that talk to each other. So a really kind of classic tribe you might understand are moms. So there are a lot of companies that try to market to moms. And one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of companies marketing to dads is because moms actually talk to each other. They influence each other's product decisions. They join Facebook groups together. You don't see dads doing the same thing. You don't see dads buying like a dad magazine. So that's number one. Tribes are groups of customers that congregate together, that buy together. Tribes are nice to target to because they have a common language, they have common enemies, they have common hopes and dreams, and you don't really need to think about like the individual person. You target to that tribe, and those people will talk amongst each other and adopt your product almost as a group. Okay, so the second one is triggers, and triggers are very powerful. Triggers are the circumstances that cause the customer to be in the market for your product. So a classic trigger for, let's say, a mom is becoming pregnant. Once they become pregnant, now they're in the market for all different types of services, all different types of products, and even some products that they may have used already, they no longer want to use. So there's a really famous story about Target targeting new moms or pregnant moms and understanding that they're pregnant moms based on them changing their lotion habits. All of a sudden pregnant moms want to buy unscented lotion instead of scented lotion. Perhaps because when you're nursing a baby, you don't want to have scented lotion. I'm not exactly sure why. But Target was going after not just moms, but pregnant moms. Not just the tribe, but also the trigger they were going after. The last thing is truths. So the last thing you want to understand about your customer are their truths. And their truths are their worldviews. Those are the things that make them hesitate about buying a product. Those are the things that make them feel passionate about buying a product. It's just the way that they see themselves and see their world. And you want someone who kind of has a hopeful anxiety about using the product that you're selling. So you want someone who has like a lot of questions and they're wondering, will this work? But they're also like hopeful that this is going to be, a difference maker for them. So with moms, with new moms, they have hopeful anxiety that, the perfect product is going to make their baby happier. Now, once they get into that second child or the third child, that anxiety, that hope is just out the door. They don't have any more anxiety. They're like, just give me anything. Or they've made their decision what they want and they're like just fine by it. They're not looking to change anything. And they don't have any hope. They're not like, this is going to be a game changer product or service for my child. They're like, nope, my child is regular. I'm normal. They're normal. And that happens when they're on to like the second or third child. But for that first child, they have hopeful anxiety that the product is going to make a massive change, a massive difference in their lives. So when it comes to let me give you a different example. So with Tribes, Triggers, and Truths, you can use that to sell a car a different way. So you might have a car that's being targeted to a particular buying group. You see commercials on TV from that car's brand that shows that buying group, in the commercials. Like I often see commercials where like young Black professionals are driving in some, Kia Soul or something like that, So at a car dealership, I might walk in to go buy a car that has been targeted to me and my buying group. Now, when it comes to triggers, that salesperson wants to know not just what tribe I'm in to be able to sell me a car, but they want to know my trigger. So my trigger might be, I just got a new job. I'm making more now, and I want to upgrade the type of car I drive. But imagine this. Let's say my trigger is, I totaled my car last week and I have to get a new one. Imagine how the salesperson should treat me differently based on that trigger. Whether I totaled my car and I need a new one quickly, or, like I want to upgrade my car because I want to keep up with the Joneses, And the last thing is truths. So with that car dealership, they should understand, what are the hesitations that I have? How do I think this car is going to change my life? What's the anxiety I have about dealing with a salesperson? Do I believe that I'm going to get ripped off? Do I believe that this car is going to make me, more respected at my job? Or this car is going to be safer than the last one I was in? Or whatever. So depending on how well that salesperson knows the tribes, triggers, and truths of their customer, they can customize their sales message to be able to handle that customer better. And by the way, those same tribes, triggers, and truths, you can hand that to the SEO manager and make great content for SEO. You can hand it to the Facebook ads manager and target the right people. You can hand it to the copywriter who's going to make the brochures and write great copy. Tribes, Triggers, and Truths, a document that covers all three, can become the single source of truth for how to market to your customer. Thanks. And if you want more information like that, then just keep tuned in to my LinkedIn page. Thanks.